What do a tech-savvy millennial president in Latin America and a reclusive dictator in Asia have in common? On the surface, absolutely nothing. One tweets in English, wears a backwards cap, live streams announcements, and brags about building a Bitcoin-powered utopia. The other controls a nuclear arsenal, bans the internet, and rules with an iron fist in total isolation. But if you scratch beneath the surface, things start to look eerily familiar. Both exercise tight control over their countries. Both dominate national narratives through media control. Both are hailed by loyalists as revolutionary visionaries and condemned by critics as dangerous authoritarians. And both, in their own way, are reshaping what leadership looks like in the 21st century. This isn't about saying Bukele is Kim Jong-un. It's about asking, what happens when a leader uses modern tools to pursue unchecked power? Are flashy tweets really that different from state propaganda? In this video, we're diving into the surprising parallels and stark contrasts between Nayib Bukele and Kim Jong-un, from how they rose to power, to how they control the story, and what their leadership tells us about the world today. Is Bukele a visionary Democrat or a digital-age dictator? Let's find out. Power isn't just about winning, it's about staying. And both Bukele and Kim have proven they're not just leaders, they're consolidators. Let's start with Nayib Bukele. When he came to power, El Salvador was plagued by corruption, gang violence, and a broken political system. Bukele positioned himself as the savior, efficient, no nonsense, and unafraid to break the rules to fix things. And that's exactly what he did. In 2021, his party gained a supermajority in Congress. Within days, they removed top judges and the attorney general. Critics called it a legal coup. Shortly after, the Constitutional Court, now filled with Bukele-aligned judges, ruled he could run for re-election in 2024 despite the previous constitutional ban. Just like that, a one-term limit became a suggestion. What does leadership look like in the age of Instagram and in the age of isolation? Let's start with Bukele, who has crafted a global image unlike any other Latin American leader. He wears sneakers at the UN, rocks leather jackets in presidential meetings, and tweets in English to a worldwide audience. His profile picture once featured him with glowing red laser eyes, a nod to Bitcoin culture. To his fans, he's a modern rebel, a genius who's making El Salvador cool again. He brands himself as the anti-politician, someone who doesn't play by the rules because the rules are broken, and that image has power. International tech bros admire him for making Bitcoin legal tender. Authoritarian-leaning politicians admire his ability to dismantle opposition. He's become both meme and message. But now look at Kim Jong-un, whose image is meticulously constructed to represent strength, wisdom, and eternal stability. His fashion never changes. His speeches are delivered with solemn authority. Every photo op is staged. He's either inspecting something, being applauded, or giving guidance. And yet, even Kim has updated his image subtly. In recent years, he's appeared more approachable in state media, smiling more, visiting schools, or riding a white horse in a winter landscape. It's propaganda, sure, but also a shift. He wants to appear as a thoughtful protector, not just a feared ruler. Globally, though, their reputations couldn't be more different. Bukele walks red carpets at Bitcoin conferences. Kim's nation is under sanctions and seen as a pariah. Bukele is called a disruptor, a visionary. Even as critics warn he's dismantling democracy. Kim is labeled a dictator by nearly every foreign government, but still demands diplomatic attention due to his nuclear weapons. The irony? Both have fans and fierce enemies. Both are seen as bold rule breakers, and both use perception as a tool of power. So while their methods of control differ, their branding is strategic. One plays the hero of innovation, the other, the guardian of tradition, but both lead with image first. Now let's talk about the real cost of that control, and who pays the price. Strong leaders get things done. But at what cost? In El Salvador, Bukele's war on gangs has brought a stunning drop in crime. The murder rate has plummeted, and many citizens finally feel safe walking the streets. For years, gang violence ruled daily life. Now people credit Bukele for restoring order. But that order came with a price. Over 70,000 people have been arrested, often without charges. Prisons are overflowing. Families say innocent men are being taken without due process. Human rights groups warn of arbitrary detentions, beatings, and even torture. Bukele's message? The innocent have nothing to fear. Now contrast that with North Korea, where fear is the system itself. Dissent means death, not just for the individual, but often their entire family. Camps detain political prisoners for life. Food shortages are common. Basic freedoms are non-existent, and outside information is criminalized. Every aspect of life is dictated by loyalty to the regime. So here's the ethical dilemma. Can results justify repression? Bukele's supporters say yes. El Salvador is safer. Kim says yes. His regime is stable. But critics argue, security without freedom isn't peace. It's control. And when leaders decide what's right, who holds them accountable? Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. Both Nayib Bukele and Kim Jong-un share an unsettling trait. They use modern tools to consolidate power and control narratives in their respective countries. While their methods are vastly different, Bukele with his digital influence and Kim with his iron-fisted rule, both seek the same end: absolute control. Their strategies force us to question the fine line between leadership and authoritarianism, and whether security can ever justify the suppression of freedom. The methods these leaders use to shape public perception and maintain power might look different on the surface, but at their core, both are leveraging their image and control of information to solidify their rule. Their leadership tells us that, in the digital age, power can be molded and presented in ways that blur the lines between visionary leadership and authoritarianism. What do you think? Can modern leadership in the digital age preserve democracy, or does it pave the way for authoritarianism? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the world's most controversial leaders.